Like the ripples from a pebble when cast into the water, there is not a life that has not been touched by the troubled times of the 80s. He was grayer than I'd remembered. For once I just listened. It wasn't like him to talk defeat, but he was down. He'd worked hard all of his life for his all-American wife and his all-American children in a small American town. Said he was about to lose his house and he'd already lost his job, and if things kept on getting worse, he didn't know how much longer they could hold on. Said he owed everybody and his brother, and naturally they took it out on one another. He said, you know, you'd be surprised how being out of work can chip away at a marriage and the foundation of a home. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? He said, you know, I'm not lazy. I mean, it's not that I haven't tried. Then he put his head in his hands, and the grown man almost cried. He said, I guess I'm kind of like the kid on his first date. I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, I've always been busy, made a living for my family. Now I can't get a job, and I'm a working man. He said, my wife used to think I could move a mountain. Now I think she'd be happy if I'd just move out. And the kids, well, they're growing so fast, and they all need clothes, and now they have to do without. It makes you feel small, you know, takes away your self-respect, breaks your heart and hurts your pride. And it makes it hard to be a decent husband and daddy, and it eats you up inside. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? But what bothered me was he was half of America, not just one man trying to deal with all the change. Out of work, out of hope, out of luck, and most of all, out of dreams. He's the farmer, the trucker, the teacher, the steel worker, the Protestant, the Catholic, and the Jew. He's the hero of America. He's me, and he's you. Is it the story of the 80s? The sign of the times? Has a nightmare replaced the American dream? Where so often is heard a discouraging word, are the clouds as dark as they seem? I was lying face down in the days on a semi-sunny day at a Holiday Inn in Kirksville, Missouri, with the strap of my bathing suit undone so I wouldn't get a mark on my back from the sun in Kirksville, Missouri. Nobody but me, a little breeze and some flies, and occasional passerby. The place was deserted, with a tired body and a tired mind. Guess it was as good a place as any to be going nowhere. There was nothing on the Sunday matinee in my mind, and some reruns I'd seen 100 times. Guess it was a Sunday about a lonely cowgirl riding lost in the world on a little wooden pony, going nowhere and nobody to go with her. Some disconnected dreams, a lot of one-way streets, a memory or two or three she'd rather not remember, and the need to be unafraid of 'cause Jesus loves you and God's in his heaven and all's right with the world. Up at the hills, keep getting high and low, and life's such a lonely game. And for restless souls and empty hearts, how come the questions and the answers are all the same? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, there was a fork in the road. I don't guess you ever know which way you ought to go till you get there. But the pretty bright lights and the big city sights put to shine on the kind of life she knew she'd have to find a way to get there. She hitched a ride on a dream and she rode full steam. Finally got to the top of the hill she was climbing. She turned around and round, she looked up and down. She said, if that's all there is, then the searching was better than the finding. And then the stage was bare and she was standing there, looking at the bittersweet tapestry of life she was weaving. Though she didn't understand everything in the plan, somehow she knew in her heart it works together from the start to the ending. And that the sun comes up and the sun goes down and the beat goes on and all of the Kirksville, Missouris. And the stagecoach finds another hill to climb. I guess it was as good a place as any. We go nowhere. Listen, sweet child, to the story I can tell, told me by a butterfly who lives in a wishing well. The story of the raggedy man and the dark-eyed dog he rode in the dreams of little angels between believing and being loved. She said, somewhere by the sea there's a smiling moon and a mango tree, where on the ebony coat of a Labrador named JoJo, there rides a ragamuffin man. His hair is spun from a fine swan's down twine, with shiny ice blue diamond eyes, and his coat is made from multicolored hand-me-downs. And JoJo, well, he's been seen to fly. And I know somewhere by the sea there's a smiling moon and a mango tree, where on the ebony coat of a Labrador named JoJo, there rides a ragamuffin man. Ragamuffin man, he speaks of a happy from his imaginary mind. He says that happiness is meant for those who love, and those who always let their kind light shine. Some say it's all imagination, but child, I hate to tell you that's a lie. For I was taught to love you by a wise old raggedy man. So like JoJo, I finally learned to fly. And I know somewhere by the sea there's a smiling moon say. We were happy once, I know we were. Where did we go wrong? We were on the same side one time, weren't we? Why would we? How could we? We could not pretend for so long. But I don't want to prolong this misery if you're leaving, and I don't think I'd beg you to stay. But I've tried a little bit harder, if you will, and if you think we're worth trying to save. We can make it work if we care enough, somehow, somewhere, some way. 'Cause surely what we have is worth whatever it takes to keep it. So let's don't let it, let's protect it, and not let something precious get away. But I don't want to prolong this misery if you're leaving, and I don't think I'd beg you to stay. But I'll try a little bit harder, if you will, and if you think we're worth trying to save. Let's both try a little bit harder to keep us. Don't you think we're worth trying to save? Oh, don't you think we're worth trying to save?
Hello, little bluebird, I know how you feel. One time I thought I'd never learn to, but someone came along and helped me like I'm helping you. And if I can fly, I'll bet you can too. I don't know what misfortune kept you down this time, but there's usually a reason for it all. You all the time, and the higher up, the harder that you fall. First thing you have to do is be sure you want to fly, 'cause no one in the world can do it for you. Then practice what you learn by doing all that you can do, 'cause if I can fly, I'll bet you can too. I don't know what misfortune kept you down this time, but there's usually a reason for it all. And you'll run into things that hurt you all the time, and the higher up, the harder that you fall. So go spread your little bluebird wings and fly away. May the melodies of love always be with you, and someday you'll help someone remember what I'm telling you. If I can fly, I'll bet you can too. Da 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 da. If I can fly, I'll bet you can too. If I can fly, I'll bet you can too.
feel tears running up from deep inside, like my heart's gonna break. And the stab of loneliness, sharp and painful, that I'ma never shake. You might say that I was taking it hard since you gave me the final goodbye, but don't you wager that I'll hide my sorrow. I may break right down and cry. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going through the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scraps for another say. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. One day I ventured in love, never once suspected what the final results would be. How I live in fear, waking up each morning to find you gone from me. This aching and pain in my heart for the name of the one that I'll never replace. Somebody new came up to win him. I came out in second place. And now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches are going through the inside. My tears are holding back. They're trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scraps for another say. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. Well, the race is on. Now the race is on.
Well, I'm finally gonna write to you that letter that I've owed you for a long, long time. I can't say much for me, but I do hope that y'all are doing fine. Well, how is Burry and Virginia? Are they still living down on the farm? You know, sometimes it gets so lonesome, Daddy, I wish I'd never left home. Well, are you working hard these days? Are you doing all the things the doctor said you ought to do? And did you sell all your tobacco? Did the crops bring in what you thought they would? Well, I might as well get to the point. Last night I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm getting at, I guess, is if I had the money, Daddy, I'd come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle a-blowing, and Daddy, it's calling me home. I've been to New York, Chicago, Wheeling, West Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee. And singers are as thick as fleas on the dog's back by the way. How's old Lee? And I done changed my name so many times I don't even know who I am. And Daddy, I sure miss them pinto beans and cornbread and country ham. Well, now I know I should have listened when you said didn't have no business coming way out west. That a girl belongs at home on the farm where she was born, raising young'uns like all the rest. Well, I know it now, that's why I'm writing and why I tried to call you on the phone. What I'm really trying to say is if you send me the money, I'll come home. 'Cause every night I hear an old southbound train whistle a-blowing, and Daddy, watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I said he's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when.
I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind to live in memories of old lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Those happy hours, oh, that we once knew. So long ago, oh, they still make me blue. Oh, they say that time heals a broken heart. But time has stood still since we've been apart. I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind to live in memories of old lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Well, there you are, and here am I. We are what we decided, alone behind a wall of pride, hopelessly divided. We had so much together, made what got into us. How could we just call it quits? We should have called for love. We could have been the closest of friends. We might have been the world's greatest lovers, but now we're just without each other. We could have been the closest of friends. I could say you did me wrong, and you could say you didn't. Oh, we could sit and hold our tongues and act like little children. I could say you never really loved, and you could say the same. But if it's really over, then who cares who was to blame? We could have been the closest of friends. We might have been the world's greatest lovers, but now we're just without each other. We could have been the closest of friends. Closest, closest of friends. We might have been the world's greatest lovers, but now we're just without each other. Could have been the closest of friends. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. This much love drives a girl insane. You broke my will, but oh what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I laughed at love cause I thought it was funny, but you came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is so fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me baby, ooh, it feels good. Show me baby, hold me baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. 'Cause you're fine, it's so kind. I'm gonna tell this, well you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm getting nervous but it's sure is fun. Come on baby, you drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Woo! Yeah. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Oh, you know what I like. Yeah, I wanna tell you something, honey. Just listen. Yeah. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. 'Cause you're mine, so kind. I'm gonna tell us, well you're mine, 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 mine. I laughed at love 'cause I thought it was funny, but you came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is so fine. up's the hardest thing I've ever done. Here I am like a stranger in the house I grew up in, and learned right from wrong, and if I did, but the sun never shined enough on Daddy's growing older, and Mother's never died, but she did. And I remember feeling guilty 'cause I couldn't wait to leave here, though I loved him every way that I knew how. So I packed up all my yesterdays and headed for tomorrow. It's almost tomorrow now, and Daddy's little girl is home. But where's the little girl gone? She bundled up her dirty jeans and teeny rubber magazines in search of what her life was all about, with a little rag doll and Charlie Brown and an old suitcase full of hand-me-downs and a loneliness she knew so much about. And now the dreams that I trusted and all the playthings have rusted, but here I am a woman somehow, and all those growing pains of yesterday are gonna get me through tomorrow, 'cause it's almost tomorrow now, and Daddy's little girl is home. But where's the little girl gone? She bundled up her dirty jeans and teeny rubber magazines in search of what her life was all about, with a little rag doll and Charlie Brown and an old suitcase full of hand-me-downs and a loneliness she knew so much about. Oh, but I can still remember when I used to gaze out this window wondering who I was and what I would become. And it just took a little while for me to get my head together. Growing up's the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh yes, I can still remember when I used to gaze out this window wondering who I was and what I would become. And it just took a little while for me to get my head together. Growing up's the hardest thing I've ever done. with me.